How many? But how many died? How many died? And what was the stance of government at that time? What did you do? What did you do to compensate? People
Both
passed
sides
away.
of the House, Leader of the Opposition and Leader of the House, please. Prime Minister's question time.
I'm just reacting to what he said. There was no compensation. And people's lives, people passed away.
Well, you should learn now from this.
Oh, we learn from people who passed away.
Again, this is Prime Minister's question time. Honourable members, Leader of the Opposition, Leader of the House, both leaders. Well, Prime Minister's question time, please carry on.
We have to learn from. Anyway, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Mauritius Police Force is unique in nature, and its challenges and priorities differ from other law enforcement agencies, as it is the only agency responsible for both internal and territorial security. It also plays a crucial role in maintaining law and order, preventing crime, addressing gender-based violence, the protection of the environment, intervention during natural disasters, and ensuring the safety and security of the citizens in Mauritius, Rodrigues, and the outer islands, as well as foreign nationals on visit or residing on our territory. The Mauritius Police Force is organized into various divisions, branches, and units, each having distinct roles and responsibilities to provide specific services to the community. In order to fulfill its mandate, the police requires a multi-talented workforce with the required traits, knowledge, skills, and experience to provide the highest level of service delivery to the nation. The police force thus considers its human resources as its most important asset. In view of the continuous development of the Mauritian policing landscape, and given the complex nature of policing, it is essential that the human resource capabilities of the force are realigned so that the organization meets the present and upcoming challenges efficiently and effectively. There is a need to have an adequate number of trained and experienced police officers at every operational level to deliver service to the community in an effective and efficient manner. Mr. Speaker, sir, recruitment and promotion are two fundamental components of the management of human resources in any organization, including the public sector and the police force. Recruitment in the police force pertains to the need to continuously sourcing adequate number of officers as per budgetary provisions to enable the police force to deliver effectively its mandate to enforce and maintain law and order in Mauritius. On the other hand, promotion which is associated with higher responsibilities and increase of salary provide police officers with a career development which positively influence their motivation, performance, and commitment to the job for better public service delivery. Unfortunately, it is a fact that prior to the year 2014, promotion to the grade of police sergeant in this vital sector, which is responsible for the security of Mauritius, have been low in numbers. And during the years 1995 to 2000 was nil. This led to demotivation and low morale of officers, impinging on service delivery and efficiency. The police force, which was facing new and serious challenges to maintain law and order, was poorly manned, It is precisely for this reason that in our government program 2015-2019, we undertook to provide the police force with inter alia, a more conducive environment, in addition to modern equipment and state-of-the-art technology. New incentives were proposed to be introduced to reward performance and encourage degree holders to join the force. In the same vein, in our manifesto of 2019-2024, we pledge that police corporals and police constables, both male and female, reckoning at least 20 years of service, would be promoted to the grade of police sergeant upon vacancies occurring. This measure was meant to strengthen the police force by providing more officers at supervisory level for better control, and at the same time as recognition for good performance in the delivery of quality service at the front line. It is an undeniable fact that such exercises contribute immensely to maintain high morale and keep a dedicated and motivated workforce, impacting positively on our quest to enhance security and preserve social harmony in our country. In this endeavor, the government is providing all the necessary support to meet the staffing needs of the police in order to provide a quality service to the community. In the budget speech 2021-2022, it was announced that over the next 3 years, 4,000 police officers would be recruited, and some 1,457 police officers would be promoted to the rank of police sergeants. Moreover, on 19th January 2022, I launched the Police Strategic Plan 2022-2025, which lays down 9 strategic priorities, each comprising a host of activities and projects which are currently under implementation. Strengthening human resource management and enhancing motivation and morale of personnel are 2 main pillars of our strategy in the maintenance of law and order. Mr. Speaker, sir, recruitment and promotion of officers in the police force rest on the Disciplined Forces Service Commission, which has been established under Section 90 of the Constitution and vested with powers in relation to the function conferred upon it under Section 91. Accordingly, recruitment of police officers in the Mauritius Police Force is made at 2 levels. 1, entry at the level of temporary police constables for both males and females, and 2, entry at the level of cadet officers. Wherever vacancies for the posts of police constables, women police constables, are reported to the DFSC, the latter, after approval, carries out the selection exercise in all transparency among candidates having the required profile and attributes. The criteria for the appointment of police constables, women police constables, as per their schemes of service, are that candidates should, inter alia, A, possess a Cambridge School certificate with at least a pass in English language, French language and mathematics, or principles of accounts, or passes obtained on 1 certificate at the General Certificate of Education ordinary level, either 1. in 5 subjects, including English language, French language, and mathematics, or principles of including English language, French language, and mathematics, or principles of accounts, with at least grade C in any one subject or an equivalent qualification acceptable to the Disciplined Forces Service Commission. B. Not be less than 18 years and not more than 30 years. And C. Have a good physique and they should be able to undergo strenuous physical exercise. They should have a normal eyesight and also satisfy the minimum height requirement of 1 m and chest measurement of 84 centimeters for males and a height of 1 m for females. The recruitment and selection process also comprises a height screening test, a physical measurement test, a physical aptitude test, a medical test, including a drug test, a background check to ascertain whether they have a clean criminal record, and finally, an interview by the DFSC. With regard to cadet officers who are required to be degree holders, different criteria apply for their recruitment depending on where they have to operate at a higher level in the different specialized units of the police force, such as pilots in the helicopter squadron, engineers in the SMF, or mechanical workshop. Mr. Speaker, sir, I am informed by the Commissioner of Police that previously applications for the post of police constables, women police constables, were made directly to the DFSC via the prescribed form PSC Form 7. But as from May 2014, potential candidates wishing to apply for enlistment in the police force are requested to call in person at the Gymkhana grounds under the supervision of the Special Mobile Force and a team of officers from the DFSC in alphabetical order to register themselves as candidate and to fill in the prescribed application form for the height screening test. After passing the height screening test and verification of their educational certificates, on the same day, they undergo a physical measurement test for the purpose of ascertaining as to whether they satisfy the physical requirements. Qualified candidates are thereafter convened for the physical aptitude test, followed by medical tests and interview. The physical aptitude test involves, for male candidates, a stamina test of 2 kilometers in 12 minutes, abdominal curl of 15 repetitions, heaving of 6 repetitions, and vertical jump of 35 centimeters difference. Yeah.
Honourable Member, this is not the way to address the chair. Quiet. Honourable Member, this is not the right way to address Parliament, the chair. You should ask a point of order. And I should allow the point of order. But you never allow. You never ask. Sit down, quiet. Prime Minister, continue. You're wasting the time. You are wasting the time. You're shouting for no. I have no other point of order to reply to. You come.
Can I raise a point of order?
No point of order. I have said no point of order. Why? Honourable Prime Minister.
So, where was I? Heaving of 6 repetitions and vertical jump of 35 centimeters difference. And for female candidates, stamina test of 1 kilometer in 6 minutes 30 seconds, abdominal curl of 12 repetitions, and vertical jump of 25 centimeters difference. There is no barbell. Don't worry, there is no lifting of those barbell pin.
Continue with
So qualified qualified candidates are thereafter interviewed by the DFSC. After the selection exercise, the DFSC submits the list of successful candidates to be offered appointment as police constable, woman police constable, to the Commissioner of Police. The successful candidates are consequently offered temporary appointment by the Commissioner of Police and are requested to assume duty at the police training school. They are subsequently offered substantive appointment if they successfully complete the training. Mr. Speaker, sir, with a view to recruiting the best qualified officers in the police force, a new scheme of service was introduced on 25th of June 2019 for police constable and women police constables under Regulation 16 of the Discipline Forces Service Commission regulations, whereby candidates have to undergo medical and psychological tests, including blood and urine tests to detect drug misuse prior to selection, as well as during their training period. Mr. Speaker, sir, promotion to the post of police sergeant in the Mauritius Police Force is governed by Regulations 14 and 19 of the Discipline Forces Service Commission regulations, and is made by way of A, competitive examination, B, promotion in specialized unit, or C, seniority. As such, police constables, women police constables who have completed 5 years service in a substantive capacity are eligible to sit for the competitive examination for appointment to the grade of police sergeant, women police sergeant. Police corporals, women police corporals are also de facto eligible to sit for the competitive examination. Where vacancies occur within the approved structure of a specialized unit and subject to the recommendation of the Commissioner of Police, the DFSC may promote the recommended offers. Is there a point, the point of order from Leader of the Opposition?
Be polite.
No, you have
Be
a point
polite.
of order?
Don't stop the proceedings of the House. We are in a civilized parliament. Please.
Can I raise a point of order, please?
No point of order.
In a civilized way.
No point of order. No point of order. Prime Minister, continue.
In a civilized way.
I do not allow fraudulent point of orders. Continue.
Can you hear it first, please?
So,
Can you please
Continue.
hear it first?
Don't disrupt the proceedings of the House.
I'm asking
Continue.
for your permission.
I have said no point of order.
Why?
Continue.
so where vacancies occur within the approved structure of a specialized unit and subject to the recommendation of the Commissioner of Police, the DFSC may promote the recommended officers in a substantive capacity if no supersession is involved. However, in cases of supersession of qualified officers in the regular force, the recommended officer will, in the first instance, be considered for an assignment of higher duties before promotion in a substantive capacity, either A, in his normal turn, or B, after having satisfactorily completed a minimum period of 6 months assignment, whichever is the earlier. Mr. Speaker, sir, promotion to the grade of police sergeant, woman police sergeant, are also made as and when vacancies arise on the basis of experience, merit, suitability, and seniority from officers from the grade of police corporal, woman police corporal, and police constable, woman police constable, reckoning an aggregate of at least 20 years service in a substantive capacity in the grade of police corporal, woman police corporal, and police constable, woman police constable, provided they, 1, are physically and mentally fit, 2, have a clean record, and 3, have been awarded the President Long Service Medal and Good Conduct Medal. This new mode of appointment was introduced by my government in the year 2020. Mr. Speaker, sir, in regard to Part A of the question, I am informed by the Commissioner of Police that since January 2020 to 10th of November 2023, 83 police constables and 607 police corporals have been promoted police sergeants on the basis of seniority and merit, making a total of 690. Mr. Speaker, sir, in regard to Part B of the question, I am informed by the Commissioner of Police that procedures have already been initiated for the recruitment of 1,000 temporary police constables, male and female. The vacancy for the post was advertised on 17th of April 2023 for Mauritian candidates and on 3rd of May 2023 for candidates domiciled in Rodrigues. The selection procedure is in the process of being completed. Mr. Speaker, sir, I also wish to inform the House that since January 2015 to 9th of November 2023, 2,804 trainee police constables, that is 2,402 males and 402 females, and 28 cadet officers, that is 22 males and 6 females, have been enlisted in the Mauritius Police Force. Mr. Speaker, sir, despite the COVID-19 pandemic and the Ukraine-Russia conflict, which have adversely impacted on the world economy during the past years, my government has continuously invested in areas which are essential for the effective functioning of the public service, including the police force. In spite of limited financial resources, we have consistently invested in our human resources through judicious recruitments and promotions to keep alive the legitimate aspirations of our police officers. We are committed to provide quality policing service to ensure that Mauritius is safe and secure for all our citizens and foreigners alike. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. In his reply, the Honorable Prime Minister mentioned the need for degree holders to operate at higher levels. May I ask him to inform the House of the measures that have been initiated to encourage degree holders to join the police force?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I am informed that a special scheme has been put in place in the Mauritius Police Force for candidates holding degree in specialized fields such as law, information technology, communication, journalism, and civil and mechanical engineering, amongst others, in order to encourage them to join the police force. Once enrolled in the force, they are provided with tailor-made training in renowned police academy or training institutions abroad. and upon successful completion thereof and satisfactory performance during the on-the-job training in different branches and units of the force, they are eligible for promotion to the rank of Deputy Assistant Superintendent of Police. They are equally given the opportunity to follow local and overseas courses in leadership and management and in the relevant field of their qualification, with a view to enabling them to improve their knowledge and sharpen their skills. And such trainings are aimed to enable them to discharge their duties efficiently.
Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you. In view of the allegation made in some quarters with regards to the competitive examination carried out prior to promotion in police force, can the Honourable Prime Minister provide assurances concerning the integrity of those examinations?
Mr. Speaker, sir, examinations in relation to promotions in the police force, first of all, they are carried out by the Disciplined Forces Service Commission, which is an independent institution of the Republic. The integrity of those examinations cannot be challenged by frivolous allegations. And it is deplorable that some people, including, of course, some members of the opposition, are systematically disrespecting and throwing mud at our institutions. And I'm sure they will have to bear the consequences of their acts and comments. Our institutions are assuming their responsibilities diligently and are delivering as per their respective mandate. And that is in itself an assurance for the population. And need not for me to remind this House, there was a time under the Labour and PMSD government when we had one, I think, well-known former member of parliament by the name of Dhiraj Singh Kamaljit, who had stated publicly that the way that the PSC would recruit people is that he would see to it that even on holidays, they would make applications and they would tamper with all these applications. I don't need to remind them of what was said at that time. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, sir, I took time to give all the details with regard to how recruitment and promotions are done by the DFSC.
Thank you, Speaker. Can Honourable Prime Minister state whether consideration is being given to test police officers on drug misuse on a regular basis? Thank you.
Yeah, this, Mr. Speaker, sir, this is also new because previously there was no such kind of test. And I'm informed that now we are going to give, in fact, consideration to try to introduce the testing of police officers on a continuous basis, because we want those officers, of course, not only to be physically fit, healthy, but of course that they should themselves comply with the laws of Mauritius.
Can the Honourable, since he stated the number of police constable and police corporal being promoted to the rank of police sergeant, can the Honourable Prime Minister state the procedures for promotion of police constable to police sergeant?
Well, Mr. Speaker, sir, I am informed by the Commissioner of Police as follows. The vacancies, first of all, are reported to the Disciplined Forces Service Commission, together with the recommendation on a number of funded vacancies that are to be filled and a draft advertisement. A statement of vacancies is also submitted. The DFSC then will consider the recommendation and request the Office of the Commissioner of Police to advertise the post by way of publication in routine orders. The DFSC carries out the selection exercise under Section 17 of the DFSC regulations, which stipulates that the Commission shall determine the procedure to be followed in dealing with applications for promotion, including the proceedings of any selection board appointed by the Commission to interview candidates and the forms to be used in connection with the discharge of its functions. In case of police constable to police sergeant, the selection exercise consists of a written examination under an approved syllabus, and the date of the examination is published in the routine orders. After the examination, the DFSC submits the list of successful candidates for promotion together with the pro forma offer of promotion. And the successful candidates are notified by the Office of the Commissioner of Police, and they will be requested to assume duty to their respective division. Promotion may also occur now based on seniority from police officers, from the grade of police corporals, including for both males and females, and police constables for both male and female, reckoning an aggregate of 20 years of service in a substantive capacity in the grades that I have just mentioned, provided they are physically and mentally fit, have a clean record, and have been awarded the President Long Service Medal and Good Conduct Medal. And the DFSC then may also promote officers in a substantive capacity within the approved structure of the specialized units, should, of course, vacancies occur, and upon the recommendation, of course, of the Commissioner of Police.
Honourable members, the table has been advised that the following PQs have been withdrawn: B1445, B1446, B1448, B1449, B1451, B1452, B1453. Time over. Parliamentary questions. I now call
B1454.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm informed by the City Council of Port Louis that it does not have any project for the construction of health track at Pai. However, recently a new health track has been constructed at the corner of Condé No. 1 and Parish No. 4 near Pai State Secondary School by the municipal